Before Umpe heads out on the reward, we have one more thing we need to do.
Oh boy.
So we'd like you guys to line up just like you were a matchmaker facing each other. You're lined up alphabetically by first name, going from Adam down and from Abby down. You're going to get handed a list. Women, you're going to get a list of the men. It also in alphabetical order by first name. In case you don't remember anybody's name, you can look across and you'll know exactly who they are. Men, you're going to get a list of the ladies in alphabetical order by first name. What I'm going to ask you to do is rank the other tribe. The criteria that you're going to use is who is the strongest competitor. It's up to you to decide what that means, but that's what I'd like you to rank. So you're going to put a 1 through 12, so each person will have a ranking. Ladies, you're going to rank the guys 1 through 12 on your sheets. Men, you're going to rank the ladies 1 through 12 on your sheets. You're in the right spot. Carolyn, come over here to spot number 2.
Carolyn, that's you.
Are you reading strong first?
Sunday, you're number 3.
You're either the strongest or the weakest.
Bethany, number 4. Katie, you're number 5. Jessica, number 6. Laura, you're number 7.
Austin, you're number 7.
This is like 7.
Dave, you're number 8. If anything, it's a good thing.
Susie, you're number 8.
You're number 9.
6, 7, 8.
Lockie, you're number 9.
9. So you, sorry, yeah, we're hungry.
Oh my God. Very close. No,
Candace, you're number 10.
there's only the first 2.
Oh yeah, got it.
Tricia, you're number 11. Kayla, you're number 12.
Yeah, it's your turn now.
They already did.
Oh, yeah.
They're in order.
Okay, the reason why we've done this is that the highest ranked man, the highest ranked woman, and the next highest ranked person overall are going to be asked to step up here with me. So Adam,
I've made a grave mistake. No.
Abby, and LJ. Here's how it's going to work. What you're doing now is a schoolyard pick for your new tribes.
Oh my God.
Adam's going to make the first pick.
You gotta react big.
Men are going to choose women. Women are going to choose men. You're once again going to fill out 3 tribes of 8. Each tribe needs to have at least 1 survivor. You're the only one that needs to worry about that. So you're going to alternate picks as you're going down the line. Those are the rankings. You can choose to ignore them and choose anybody you want, but we wanted to give you some information to work with. Adam, you're up first. You're picking a woman.
First person to raise their hand who wants to be on my tribe.
Don't make us do that. Don't make us not nice.
All right.
I like it.
I'm gonna go Acorn and I'm gonna go Jess.
Adam, you're picking a man.
Let's see. I'm gonna pick Nick C.
All right. Liza, you're picking a man.
Austin will go with me.
All right, Austin.
I'm gonna choose Wayne.
All right, Wayne.
Sunday.
Austin, you're picking a woman.
We'll go Bethany.
Wayne, you're picking a woman.
Welcome. Acorn all the way, Kayla.
Dustin, you're picking a man.
Steve.
All right, Steve. Bethany, you're picking a man.
Sure, we'll take Dave.
Dave. All right, Dave. Taylor, you're picking a man.
Sean.
John.
Katie.
Katie.
We'll do Candace.
Candace. All right.
Nick.
Nick H.
Alex.
Alex.
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Dan. Right there. Susie.
Susie.
Okay.
Acorns. Awesome.
Good to see you. Hiya. Hi.
You guys are now wet two, our third tribe.
All right.
We're wet too. We're
Men, you still won the day. You're still going on the reward.
Woo! With the new umpe!
Men are going on the reward. You probably have noticed you're still pretty short on provisions.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you a chance to win some provisions
Thank you.
before the day is out.
All right. Never stops here at the Durham Water Survival Challenge.
You are going to compete as your new tribes for your new tribe's provisions.
Bring it.
This game is going to run in a giant circle starting where those balls are, down and around the pond, and back up. Once the game ends, however many completion tokens you've already collected, you'll get to trade in at the end. There's going to be 3 different stations where you can collect 1 token from each station. The first one is right off to the left here, and I'll walk you over and show it to you. The second one is down there. You'll see 4 bags hanging from the stick. Yeah. And the third one's in the water. You'll see 4 bags on the floating dock. Now, let me tell you how you're going to move through the field. Up there is a ball. You're going to designate an order that your tribe is going to run 1 through 8. Number 1's going to start behind the line. They're going to toss the ball to number 2. Number 2 will turn around, toss the ball to 3, and so on. You're going to have to decide after I let you check out the ball, how far apart can I go to throw and catch this? The way you're going to mark your spots, we're going to hand all of you a little white board. So when I say go, all of you will start behind the line, you'll run out, you'll put your board down. Once you put that board down, you can't move it. So you can't kick it along, oh, I'm too close, I'll move it back a little bit. Once it goes down, it stays down. That board, one of your feet has to be on it to catch the ball and to throw the ball. You can do what I just did if you want to turn and switch feet, but your feet at all times have to be in contact with the board. If you go out of order, if you drop the ball, if you're not on your board when you're throwing or catching the ball, your entire tribe returns to the start and you go again. We're going to give you numbers 1 through 8, so we're going to be able, and you might even need them to make sure you stay in order. Here's where the diversions come in. We're going to draw spots, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your first target spot are these 4 poles behind us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left to right, you're going to go to the same pole relative to where you started. When one of your tribe members gets close enough to put his white block down or her white block down, catch the ball and touch the pole, they can then go over to the ropes course that I'm going to show you. There's a ring attached to a rope. You're going to run the ring through to the end. At the end of that is a bag tied there. Untie the bag, turn around, bring the ring back. That person returns to their station there and the ball continues to move forward. You want to position yourself so that the person you want to run the rings course is the one who catches the ball within distance to touch that. Right. Same thing when you get to the second station. Those are tied in knots, so you want somebody that can untie knots to be close enough to catch the ball, put the ball down, and reach up and untie the bag. The third station, you'll see there are canoes at the far end. Somebody has to be close enough to catch the ball on their block and touch one of the canoes. That person, and only that person, will row the canoe out, grab a bag, row back, pick up the ball, and it'll start again. There's a finish line right behind Tinda here. Once the ball crosses back over, that's first try back. We're going to play through at least 2 finishers. You 3 are not playing alone. We have a special guest tribe who is joining us right now. Okay. Made up of other survivors and former DWSC competitors. Come on out. Over here. The only reason these guys are here is to ruin your day. We are going to ruin it. If they finish ahead of any of you, they get to take away one of the survival items that you earned in this challenge. So you don't want to see these guys in front of you. They have to go through all 3 divergent stops. You do not. It's your choice. Remember, if they finish ahead of you, whatever you've collected, they'll come along and take one of those things away. So if they're ahead, you might want to choose to skip the canoes because you've already got 2 tokens in your pocket. That's up to you. You'll make the call. You can bypass any one of the diversions that you want.
Go new tribe! Go new tribe! Come on, shut him up! Shut him up! Kathy, Kathy, touch it! Touch it! Touch it! Go! 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 Let's keep going. So we got Kathy. Go this way!
Anyone, doesn't matter.
Okay, what do I do?
Is anything or our color?
Follow this ring down to the end. The ring is right here.
Oh, I gotta. Oh, I gotta.
Probably shouldn't have told you that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. One. Anybody else tired?
Yeah, are we going up?
Anybody else? Yep. Anybody else a smoker?
Look around this. Look go.
Whoa.
Oh, get it. Oh. Done?
Nina, wake up! Right there, to Nina.
Watch out! Oh, it's so heavy!
Take your time, big swing, I got this.
Come on, Wayne!
Bam! Go!
Section 1 is done!
Go away.
Hang on.
Quick!
Good job!
Let's move it on.
Good job.
Across here!
Come on back. There you go.
All right, let's go.
Nice!
They're blocking my ball. Oh, right here.
We're good, right? What do we do now? Well, I think we run.
No, keep going.
Keep doing the ball?
Oh, that wore me out.
All right, now we gotta run in.
We might have to. Yeah.
No good. You're going back.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. We gotta go all the way back.
Get it.
Go, Jimmy!
Don't push me.
Come on, Jimmy! Go, Jimmy, go!
So what number's Jimmy?
Come on, Jimmy!
The canoe. 7 there. So you're 7? Good.
Get a checkpoint.
Which one's orange?
She's 7.
Wayne! Right here.
Okay, good. Come on, Jimmy. Go good right here. Jimmy's coming back. Jimmy, you gotta go back to the ball. Back to Amanda.
Back to the ball.
Back to the ball. Toss to Amanda.
Wait. Okay, behind. Wait.
Toss to Amanda.
Back to you!
Jimmy 6. Amanda 7. Amanda, down.
Wait.
Bill 8.
Wait. Is that it?
Here we go. Biggest space. Dave.
Get wet.
Easy leg.
Kathy, raise it up.
Go back.
What's going on?
There you go.
Which one? The canoe one.
No, don't. Get out of his way. I can't move anymore because I put my glasses on.
Don't drop your board till the very last second. Don't drop your board.
Neck and neck, coming down the back stretch.
He's number 3. Come on, God. Come on. You gotta get up there.
Come on, Tinda. We have to go down. How far are we? How far?
Where are we going?
Wait. Where's Nick? 4. Wait. Who's coming?
Good.
Who's coming?
Wayne,
Right here.
Please come. Good.
Yes.
We're here.
Hold team.
Oh, are we done?
Orange. Woo! Then blue. Woo! Orange and pink. Orange and pink. Orange and pink. Orange and pink. All right.
Listen up. If you haven't already, get your tokens out of the little bags. If you have a token number 1, you could come up and trade me for a flint.
We got that one. Yup. Andy, is that one?
Thank you.
Get out of here.
John, according to Hamer, who's watching the end, Susie got almost to the end and then didn't get the token and didn't come back. That's her problem. Okay, I'll let her know.
If you have a token number 2, you can come up and trade me for a tarp.
Same size? Both same size?
Stickler, I hate you.
Token number 2? You guys have a 2?
I need this. I'm on my I need to store for a towel. And a pot with but we need one.
If you have a token number 3, you can trade me for a pot with a bunch of food in it.
Oh, get out. We can get that. What you got in there?
He's gonna take it from
I already tried.
Look at him pretending 2 days without food's gonna bother him. I got it.
Now comes the hard part. Since they finish first, they get to steal one of your survival items. It is completely up to them if they take one and which one they take. So I'm just going to step away and let them decide. Jimmy T has the decision.
We all decided, we came to a group decision. I think it's important that we honor your competitive spirit. I think we took enough by crushing you.
Yes!
So in that spirit, we want you to do well, and we want you to do well. We're going to take nothing from anyone.
Well done.
Survivors ready. Go!
Just take your time.
One at a time. Come back to the other one. Come on, John. High step it, man.
Well, this looks a little shitty.
Oh, there's 2 hits on LJ.
Have a boy, LJ.
And another. Steve's got one now.
Keep it up, LJ. Don't play.
Another hit on Steve.
Get a heavy one. Not many left here, guys.
Good job, Orange.
Where are they? Definite teamwork going here against LJ. 4.
This is tired. That's a big one.
You can take him back with me.
Dave's standing all by himself. Nothing but a leaf in his net.
Good shot.
For Jessica.
Nice.
Adam's got one.
Yeah, Dave. Do it.
Austin's got one.
We're gonna run out of log.
Get it that one, sorry.
We're not running out of log.
There's no more.
Sorry. You got another? Kayla Moore? No, I didn't even see it was you.
LJ, hang it in there.
Good job, LJ.
Okay, the other pile's in play.
There they go.
Can't go for a small one.
Good job, LJ. LJ, hold on. We're coming, LJ. Keep tight.
LJ takes another hit.
Come on, LJ.
Roll high, guys.
Start to drop. Another hit on Steve. And another hit on Steve.
I'm sorry. Little ones.
No more?
LJ and Steve in a battle. Big
Good one.
Hit the green rope. Just hit the green rope.
Hit him! Hit him! Hit him!
Another one. Get close on both.
Just throw it at it. Just throw it at it. Throw it at it.
Throw it at it.
Why are you guys not listening?
There it is.
Throw it at it. Hit it hard.
Please, somebody hit him!
It's down.
Well done, man!
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Good job. Good job.
Man. Massage time tonight, baby. Awesome. Woo! Yeah. Seems like a long time ago, but the man, you still have the reward cup. You're going to be heading out.
You actually run down here next to me.
Oh wow, thanks Bob.
What you got there?
I don't know. I got something here, guys.
Should we wait for the other clues?
Yeah, we can tell them. You want to wait or tell them? Hello, courageous reward winners. From the bottle, you must immediately pick 2 players to be stranded on the exile island while everyone else enjoys the reward. That's not much of a reward.
Wow.
I'm gonna wrap this back up.
Unfortunately, you can't do that. It was very heroic of you to pull that out, but
All right, 2 volunteers.
don't make eye contact.
Volunteer, Adam?
I'll go. That's fine.
Okay, we got 2 volunteers.
You guys, I want you guys.
I made you.
I've had my share of rewards.
Come on.
Does anybody?
No, I'm serious.
Give it up. All right, well, thank you, man. You sure?
Of course, yeah. You don't have to.
What do you want to do? You in or out?
I feel good. I'm fine to let you guys have it.
No, I'll go.
You'll go?
DJ and Adam?
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sure?
I will pick up tomorrow.
I'm not gonna protest, LJ. I appreciate it.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thanks for picking on me, Sorry, LJ.
All right, guys. Enjoy.
I get to take the back seat by myself.
Have fun, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Of course. Have fun.
Good luck.
Yeah, of course. Enjoy.
They're only doing that because they know they can come back with the free ride anyway. Cheers.
Cheers. To a fun day tomorrow.
Yeah. Cheers. Good job.
Cheers, you guys. Amazing. Cheers to you, Bob. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. This is amazing.
Oh, you have a watermelon here? I have a watermelon here.
Oh, wicked watermelon.
Wicked.
Yeah. Is that barbecue chips? Let's do it.
Oh.
Can you spare one Dorito? Yeah.
Cheers.
Which camera? No, we don't do both. Which camera? All right, you first. All right.
I got anybody with
I'm gonna.
none of them are going to tribal council first. We're going to tribal council first.
And you got to play the game one step at a time.
Yeah, so I'm not really worried about whatever they're talking about.
There's some stances, there's some math that people are doing, but I don't think there's anything in the way of actual hierarchy.
And right now, it truly could be any of the 8 of us. I hope it's not me.
I hope it's not me.
But
and we can bond together.
What's it?
We can bond together.
Yes. But, you know, I don't know. Everybody could be feeding me a line. I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost the challenge, so.
You didn't lose the challenge. That is not your fault. I don't feel comfortable with them because I know how good they are, and I know that they need to like me, and I know that just statistically speaking, in terms of demographics and who we are and what I talk about most of the time, they probably don't like me as much as they need to like me. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my problem a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I'm a very particular person. When I get in a niche and people understand me, it's great. When I'm not, it's terrible. That's why I live in New York City. That's where the niche goes.
Right.
Couldn't live anywhere else. I did well in every single challenge that I competed in. I think maybe one I didn't do. It's a blur, but so that's why this whole tribe order thing was a little shocking. Not totally shocking because I didn't know a lot of the women, to be fair. I just wasn't paired up with as many of them. But yeah, it's clear that I have a lot of work to do, and I'm ready to do that work. And it's cool to play from the bottom.
I think when you spend the night with somebody, and we had fire, we were the only tribe that had fire, so we spent the night, we had this roaring fire, and we did campfire stories around the fire, and we really bonded there. So that group felt really close, but we knew, we didn't have t-shirts, we didn't have a flag, we're going, this is not going to be our group. So we were real sad, but we really bonded, we hung out, we built that fire together, we collected wood together. So, I think your early bonds are the ones you kind of stick to. Even the 8 that we were with trekking through the woods, you felt really close to them, and then they just randomly split us up in these tribes. But we got, quite a few of us got to stay together, so that was nice with the fire. Then we came out, and then it was men versus women. I think that's not probably pretty good for me. I'm probably the oldest guy out here, So all these young guys, I might be the low man on the totem pole, but I thought that's probably not our tribes for the night. I'm hoping they're not, So I just played as hard as I could. I did pretty well in most of the challenges. I sucked in one of the challenges, but I was able to hit 3 tomahawks in a row. So that was really exciting for me because most of the time I can't hit a tomahawk. I told the team, don't put me on the tomahawk. Oh, we all have to do it. Great, and I threw it and I got 3 in a row, so almost 4 in a row, so that was really exciting.
Honestly, I did better than I did in Gabon. I was ranked last in Gabon, so I'm okay with that. Yeah. I could have done the fire challenge, but for me, I wanted Liza because she wanted to try it, and so did Abby. And I'm like, yeah, go for it. So, and Abby's a good competitor, so there's a lot of good competitors there. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep low key. That's my, I don't need to give any more. I don't like to be bossy, and I don't want to do that. So they can. It's okay. I'm just gonna keep low key and see how it goes.
The survivors all were at the top, right? So obviously Abby was number 1. But I don't necessarily see her as the biggest threat. I think that I could work with Abby. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know a lot of the guys, right? I haven't really met a lot of them. And I was only with this team for an hour or 2 hours. So I have to figure it out still.
Not too surprised with my ranking. I don't think I've shown anything that would make me a standout competitor, nor have I shown myself to be a disaster. So middle of the road seemed about right to me. And also I was very happy to wind up on the tribe I was in because 3 of those people I started out with in the original journey. I think they'll hopefully have my back. I did worry a little bit about the order in which we were picked because I was the last of the 4 of us, but hopefully things are still good.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of surprised. The only girl that was ahead of me that wasn't a survivor was Abby, and she's looks super, super physical, so I can understand why she was first. So I was kind of surprised at how high I was, but also pleased with it.
Excited to see the team that I finally got on the orange team because I was picked 12 1 through 12, I was picked the weakest of all the males. So I thought, oh, this is terrible. Although it doesn't put a target on me for being the first one out of the merge or something. But for these tribes, I might be that would be kind of troubling. So I was glad that when they started picking, they didn't pick in the exact order 1 through 12, and I got picked 11th. I didn't get picked 12, and I got put back with 2 people I spent the night with last night. So that's good. So I feel pretty comfortable. You know, we're half the tribe, so yeah, that feels pretty good that we were there. Or most of we have a good footing in the tribe there. So I think we're trying to stick together because we don't know the other people. I happen to know some of the other people, but I haven't played with them yet, right? So I don't know what alliance they might have.
Mesh the best. Well, we spent the most time this morning with the other tribe, so you obviously get the mesh there. I mean, the girls' tribe was just too big. I think you can't get to really talk to people, and we were doing so many challenges. But I think that this tribe right now is pretty good. I hope that we have a good night tonight, and then we can come out tomorrow doing much better than we showed today.
Certainly my original tribe was the strongest in terms of loyalty, at least that's the sense I got. Most of us went on the original journey through the forest when we first arrived together. Actually, all of us did, and also 6 of us wound up on the same camp after day 1. So we had like an enormous sense of loyalty and definitely pledged to that before we swapped to the other tribes. And since that, since we had been swapped around, we've been reconnecting over the course of the day. And of course now we all have our side alliances, so it's getting a little more complicated, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Well, actually, I'm kind of with the tribe I started with, back together again, so we'll see. Slightly skeptical about a couple of the people, and so I think they're out to get some of the survivors, so we'll have to play that. I think Wayne, I'm not 100% sure about Wayne, whether he's true or not.
I'd say all of the people in the middle, all of the people that I don't really know how to talk to, that people think like generally well of but don't really have any particular ideas about, those are my biggest threats, and they're the ones who would be smart to take me out, and vice versa, which is typical actually. So yeah.
Well, I really am by myself, and I think the young man Alex is by himself, even though on the second, or right at the beginning when we first got here, I was with Adam and Candace and Beth, and Katie. So I got to see him, but then we got in separate tribes, and it's just been crazy. This is maddening. But it's a lot of fun, I think Adam will do really well. He's great, but I think like Steve, I think he's pretty good. And LJ, of course. But and then on the girls, I think is it Caroline? Yeah, Caroline and who else? I'm trying to think here. And Sunday, they're competition.
I think Abby is definitely a threat, given that she was ranked #1. Although I don't necessarily think it's a good thing to be seen as that big of a threat this early in the game. So I'll definitely have to keep my eye on her. I'm not sure exactly why she was ranked #1. She looks physical, but to be honest, I was pretty focused on my own tasks during the challenges today and didn't quite notice exactly how everybody else was doing, but she must have made a good impression.
I have a bad feeling about Laura, but she's not on my tribe, which I was really happy that we grabbed Susie at the end. She's just very intense. And then on my tribe, I feel like I feel pretty positive about everyone. I think Austin could be a little dangerous, if that's his name, if I'm remembering correctly. Just because he seems like he really knows what's going on. And the other guys seem a little bit less physical, so they don't have that aspect to them.
Well, it's so hard to tell. That we just formed this new tribe. I'm hoping that we can form some bonds together. Also hoping maybe the original bonds we had are still there, and I had a pretty good relationship with Trisha, with Carolyn, with John from my tribe. So I'm hoping those bonds still stay there, but who knows what's up for next, what's coming up, right? So those are the people I kind of want to keep track of, but I also want to keep track of people that, like reach out to me or that I know, and see if they're willing to, are they giving me an eye, or are they kind of like turning their back to me, so I'll be looking for that tonight or tomorrow when we start the team challenges for immunity and voting out people, unfortunately.
Right now, John is definitely my closest ally. Oh, we're definitely going to talk later. figure it out. Yeah. We've gotta see what's happening on this new try. I've got to feel LJ out because initially we were, you know, gonna work together and then we got split up. So I got to see whether he's still up for that challenge or not. So.
My strategy is to do my best to stick with the 4 that I hope I have in this tribe. That would be the other Nick, myself, Katie, and Steve, who were all 4 on the original camp. And I also have connections on each of the other tribes with Adam and Susie and Bethany and Candace, who are all in that original tribe as well. I hope they're still thinking about us, and I hope to reconnect later in the game.
You know, amp up that no one thinks I'm, you know, worth anything, and make sure that people know how they can use me and where they can use me. So we have a lot of powerful women on this tribe. We have Sunday, we have Abby, and we have Trisha, who was my person from my last tribe, and you know, she was also picked towards the end. So we just gotta, I think we gotta bond the strong with the weak and take out the middle. I think that's the thing, but I have to play differently. Obviously, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, so last night, Adam and I and then Katie solidified something. Katie's not with us anymore, so I guess we'll see where tonight is. Candace was on our tribe last night too, so maybe we can pull her in and see where we go from there.
I feel really good about our group, but I'm also nervous about LJ's.
But I
They're
think,
really
okay,
physical.
the problem with that group is they're really physical, but if there's a challenge that they lose, that first 4 will all like Acorns. So
Yeah.
if you're somebody else on that tribe...
What do you mean?
Like, when they picked the first 4 people, they kept being like, from the Acorns. From
Their
so like,
original tribe is super
that's like a
tight.
tight
Yeah.
4.
Right.
So if you're the other 4, and they were the 4 strong people, so
Yeah.
you kind of don't have a choice. Well, so what was LJ? Jessica?
LJ was on that group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne and Kayla.
Okay.
That's like a tight 4.
Right.
So if you're the other 4, you kind of got to take out one of the strong people, which kind of messes with the tribe. I don't know.
Oh, you're saying the other 4 are the strong people?
No, they're... Oh my gosh.